Good morning, dear students. Welcome to my classroom. It's a great place to be. In today's video, we will see about what exactly makes us to grow from small kid to an adult. Let us introduce the concept of adolescence and puberty in this video. Is there a difference between the two types? Of course, yes. Let us talk about the adolescence first. The term adolescence comes from the Latin word adolescere, which literally means to grow up. So, is the adolescence is the activity of growing up? Is it that the changes occurs in a body when we grow up? Or it is simply the phase of growing? Well, the term refers to the phase of growth. Yes, the time period in which several changes occurs in a kid's body that turns makes her or him into an adult is called an adolescence. This time period is remarkably marked by whether the physical changes, mental changes, emotional changes, and intellectual changes in the person. So, is this the meaning of the adolescence? Then, what would the puberty mean? Just take a guess. Let me help you with that. If the adolescence is the time period of the state of development, then it should be the puberty be the actual changes. Yes? Puberty refers to the process of bodily changes, to be precise. Do we know the change group of which the era of adolescence shines upon the kid? Yes, correctly guessed. The change, which ranges from around 13 to 19 years, is the time of adolescence. And don't we know the particular name for this age group? Of course, it is called as teenage. Is the age which there are so many transformations are occurring in the individual. In simple words, can we say the adolescence is more like the journey? And then, what will the puberty mean? Puberty can be the thought of as the various junction where the train halts. Each junction is the different from the other and has specific variations. Can you tell me where the journey takes us? The final destination will be the adulthood. And how do we understand that the destination of adulthood has reached? Most important characteristics of adulthood is reproductive maturity. The bodies of the male and the female individuals become capable of reproduction. However, the journey is not extraordinarily fascinating as it seems because many problems has faced on the way. In a nutshell, adolescence and puberty change the individual in many ways. Next, we are moving on to body changes in puberty. In these changes, we have 4 steps. Changes in body size, changes in body proportions, development of primary sex characteristics, development of secondary sex characteristics. On the commencement of the puberty, there are various changes occurs in our body. Some of these changes are common in boys and girls, while others they are specific to each of them. In this topic, we are going to talk about these changes which are occur during the adolescence and these changes which makes the child an adult. So, you are a teenager, right? So, what if I ask you that what are all the changes occurs when you see in your body? During this adolescence phase, you would have noticed there are various physical changes that are occurring in your body. Isn't it? Maybe increasing height, broadening of shoulders, change in your voice, maturation of the reproductive parts. So, change in height is the first visible character that you see. But can you tell me if I ask you that what cause in changes in height? This change in height is due to the elongation of the bones. When these bones elongate, that result in increasing in height. The major bones like hand, leg bones, they elongate and then they result in the increase in height. So majorly, this increase in height occurs rapidly in girls as compared to the boys during the initial years of adolescence. But at the end of the adolescence, at the age of the 18, the whole process of increase in height complete. This can be differ according to the persons to person. Now look at this chart. This chart, if you notice, the chart clearly explains or you can find out how much of height you have achieved in your age. This chart tells you about the percentage of height at certain ages. For an example, if you are 10 years old, then you must have achieved around 78% of height by this age. Similarly, if you are a girl, you must have achieved 84% of height. So, is it easy to find how much the percentage of height you have achieved? To find out your current height, for an example, if a boy of a age of 10 years has height of 128 centimeters, so if the age of 10, the height is 128 centimeters. It is the 78% of the total height, right? If 128 centimeter is the 78% of the total height, then what will be the total height? Simple, right? 128 divided by 78 multiplied by 100, which comes around 164 centimeters. So, 164 centimeter is the approximate height of the boy at the age of 10. You can also try this to know your current height. But one important thing is, this measurement will not be same for all the boys who are in the same age. This is because of genes which you got from your parents. Next, change in shape. Broadening of shoulders. Have you ever noticed that the teen boys, they have broad shoulder when the boys, they enter the adolescence? The shoulder starts broadening. But for the girls, the shoulder will not be broad, but the region below the waist, they are broadened. The boys becomes muscular also when compared to girls. Next, we are moving on to primary sex characters. Very important change is the change in the development of the sex organs. As you know, sex organs, they play a very important role in reproduction. Development is very important. So, in males, the reproductive organs is the testis. This testis also starts reproducing the cells which are the sperms. At the end of the puberty, its reproductive organs, they are completely developed. In females, the ovary starts to develop and enlarge. The eggs which are present in the ovary, they are also starts to mature. When they mature, they also release out from the ovary. So, at the end of the puberty, the person becomes completely reproductively matured. Next, we are moving on to secondary sex characteristics. Have you ever considered the difference between the male and the female by appearance. Without even realizing, you can simply distinguish between the two, isn't it? Secondary sex characteristics are the physical features which distinguish male from female that appearing during puberty. Let us first discuss about some of these characters in males. Males begins to show the pronounced hair characteristics like growth of facial hair, growth of hair on their chest, develop heavier musculature, etc. Growth of hair under their arms, on the regions above the thigh and in the pubic regions. Next, in females, grow breast, then less pronounced hair, develop lighter musculature, growth of hair under the arms, on the regions above the thigh and in the pubic regions. Next, pimples and acne. The pimple and acne or happens because of these two glands, oil glands and the sweat glands. In our skin, we have these two glands. The oil gland secretes sebum, that is a mixture of oils and waxes. It protects the skin, form a waterproof and lubricating layer. In case of sweat glands, secrete sweat. It will maintain the body temperature. It will be eliminating out the waste products. The secretions are good in record amounts. But in case if it is raised, there is a problem. That is pimples and acne. Next, changes in voice. Have you ever observed sometimes some boys in your class, their voice cracks? This happens due to the enlargement of the voice box. What is voice box? It is located in the neck region of your body, also called as a larynx. During puberty, it enlarges at certain level and become visible. This visible part of larynx is called Adam's apple. So all these characters are the secondary sexual characters. But what initiate these secondary sexual characters? How do they actually appear? These characters are initiated by the hormones. Hormones are the chemical substances which are released by the glands. So glands are nothing but they are assigned to secrete these hormones. All these hormones which are linked with the secondary sexual characters, they are released by the special category of the glands called endocrine glands. The blood circulates these hormones throughout the body. Is this a hormones needs by all the parts in our body? No. The hormones are assigned by the specific target site. In secondary sexual characters, in males, the testis is the male reproductive organ. In female, ovary is the reproductive organ. These are endocrine glands. The testis secretes testosterone, that is a male sexual hormone, and ovaries secrete estrogen, that is a female sexual hormone. These hormones are helping in developing the secondary sexual characters. These endocrine glands are controlled by single master gland called pituitary gland. These pituitary glands secretes some stimulating hormones. It activates various glands of our body. For an example, when testis is activated, it secretes testosterone in males. And likewise, in females, the pituitary gland activates the ovary, it will be secreting the estrogen. It brings changes in the specific parts. In this stage, the brain has the maximum time to think. You will be getting individual identity. During this time, whatever happening in your body is natural. You must feel happy that you are growing. So, students, in this video, you have learnt various changes that occurs in your body, right? From the height and the sex organs, and it is development too. So, during adolescence, you become strong that can be physically, mentally, intellectually, and emotionally. Take good morals, elderly guide, and right directions. It is a natural changes of your body growth. Thank you, dear students.